Okay, so alternation of chromosome number is change in number of chromosome. Okay, divided into aneuploidy and also euploidy, or also called as polyploidy. Okay, so aneuploidy do not involve the whole sets of chromosome. Okay, do not involve the whole sets of chromosome. Additional or losing one or more individual chromosome due to non-disjunction during meiosis 1 or meiosis 2. So if the condition is 2n minus 1, it called as monosomy, and if 2n plus 1 called as trisomy. Okay, so for euploidy or polyploidy, okay, it is involving, so it involve the whole sets of chromosome. Okay, so this polyploidy commonly occur in plants. Okay, so usually for human we have 2n, but if polyploidy occur, okay, so the plants will have 3n, which is triploid, 4n tetraploid, 5n pentaploid, and the numbers goes on. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's see this picture. So this is a karyotype of a normal human. Okay, so karyotype means a photomicrograph of chromosome arranged based on standard classification. Okay, autosome. So we have two types of chromosome here. So we have autosome chromosome and we have sex chromosome. So autosome chromosome refers to chromosome number 1, okay, until number 22. Okay, but for sex chromosome, it refers to chromosome number 20, 23, which determine the gender of a human. Okay. Alright, so aneuploidy, okay, the definition of aneuploidy is a condition, okay, condition in which number of particular chromosome is abnormal, okay, due to additional or losing one or more chromosome. Okay, this caused by non-disjunction during anaphase 1 or anaphase 2. Okay, so aneuploidy, okay, divided into autosomal abnormalities and also sex chromosomal abnormalities, which occurs in sex chromosome. Okay, alright. Okay, so for autosomal abnormalities which occur in autosome, okay, divided into monosomy 21 and also trisomy 21. Here we have 21 because it occurs at chromosome number 21. Okay, as we know, chromosome have 23 pairs, so this monosomy or this autosomal abnormalities occurs at chromosome number 21. Okay. So for sex abnormalities, it occurs in sex chromosome, which is chromosome X for a female or XY for male. Okay. So here we have Klinefelter syndrome and also we have Turner syndrome. So if we look at here, for Klinefelter syndrome, okay, we have 47 chromosome, which this individual have extra one chromosome X. But for Turner syndrome, we have, okay, the individual have 45 chromosome, okay, with XO, with missing one chromosome sex. Okay, alright. So next, let's take a look at monosomy 21, okay, where the condition is 2n minus 1. Okay, so a diploid organism, okay, it is a diploid organism with lack one of chromosome number 21. Okay, so ploidy level for the individual is abnormal, which 2n minus 1 less than 2n. Okay, so the total number of chromosome for individual is 45. Okay, instead of 46 in normal individual. Okay, it is a kind of rare disease. Okay, because since the embryo contain less than diploid number 2n, so the embryo usually fail to develop into surviving individual. Okay, so mostly this kind of disease, the babies with this kind of disease mostly died during embryo. Okay, so alright. Okay, monosomy 21. This occur due to non-disjunction during meiosis 1. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so this cells consists of 2 chromosome. Okay, chromosome 21. Okay, so during non-disjunction, okay, so these cells receive all 2 chromosome, but these cells receive no chromosome. Okay, so these cells when undergoes meiosis 2, so both cells receive no chromosome. So n minus 1, n minus 1. So when fertilization occurs, okay, so this abnormal gamete fertilize with normal gamete, so it will produce the zygote with 2n minus 1. Okay, alright. Okay, so when fertilization occur between normal gamete, which is n, and abnormal gamete, which is n minus 1, zygote form will have 45 chromosome with 2n minus 1. Okay, so the symptoms or characteristic for this disease or for this syndrome is large ears. Here we have large ears, short distance between eyes, okay, and contracted muscle. Okay. Alright. So this is the karyotype of monosomy 21 individual. Okay, this person only have 45 chromosome due to the lack of one chromosome number 21. Okay, so you can see here chromosome number 21 only have one chromosome. Okay, so let's move on to trisomy 21 or Down syndrome. Okay, so trisomy 21, okay, the condition is 2n plus 1. Okay, so a diploid organism has an additional or extra one chromosome number 21. Okay, ploidy level for Down syndrome individual is abnormal, which is 2n plus 1 means more than 2n. If just now we have learned about monosomy, so the abnormal, so the ploidy level is 2n minus 1, less than 2n. But for trisomy, okay, means more than 2n, which is 2n plus 1. So the total number of chromosome for individual is 47, okay, instead of 46 in normal individual. Okay, so here, alright. Okay, here also non-disjunction occurs during meiosis 1. Okay, here, okay, we're going to discuss about this part because it will produce n plus 1. Okay, here is chromosome number 21. There are 2 chromosomes. So during meiosis 1, okay, these cells receive 2 chromosomes. So after meiosis finish or end of meiosis 2, okay, both cells receive one extra chromosome, n plus 1, n plus 1. And after fertilization or if fertilization occurs, okay, n plus 1, okay, fertilized with n, it will have 2n plus 1 zygote. Okay, for characteristic of, okay, trisomy, symptoms or characteristic, okay, so they have mental retardation, okay, have sterile or have underdeveloped sexual organ, slanting eyes and broad flat face, okay, short limbs or stature, okay, heart abnormalities, respiratory problem, large protruding furrowed tongue, and shorter lifespan. Okay, so later on you can Google or search more about these symptoms. Okay, so here, okay, example for broad flat face. Okay, so here we have short limb. Okay, short limb. Okay, widen separated first and second toes. Okay, alright. So this is the karyotype for the person with trisomy 21. Here we have extra one chromosome number 21. Okay, so next one is polyploidy. Okay, so polyploidy is a condition, okay, in which individual has more than 2 complete sets of chromosome. So polyploidy also called as euploidy. Okay, so polyploidy may occur naturally by non-disjunction during meiosis or may be induced by using chemical mutagen such as colchicine. So it can be naturally or can be induced, okay, or by human intervention. Okay, so polyploidy is a rare animals. Sorry, it is rare in animals. Okay, because this kind of mutation usually give lethal effect. So it can make animals die. Okay, during development of embryo. So it is common in plants. Okay, because of their good qualities, such as produce more yields. Okay, increase resistance to disease or pests, and faster in growth. Okay, example of polyploidy plants are triploid in bananas, okay, hexaploid in wheats, and octaploids in strawberries. Okay, alright. So methods of naming polyploidy organism is based on the presence of total number of sets of chromosome. Okay, for example, if the set of chromosome is 3n is called as triploid, okay, tetraploid, pentaploid, hexaploid, octaploid, and decaploid. Okay. Alright. So here we have a diagram to show a normal chromosome complement. Okay. So for diploid, okay, we have two sets of chromosome here. Okay. So for monoploidy or haploid and okay, one set of chromosome here. Okay. So if triploid, okay, for polyploidy, more than a normal number of set of chromosome. Okay. Alright. Okay, so polyploidy. So we have two types of polyploidies. Okay, here we have autopolyploidy and also aloe polyploidy. Okay, so for autopolyploidy, okay, the definition is a condition in which individual has more than two complete sets of chromosome. Okay, more than two complete sets of chromosome that are all derived from the same that are all derived from a same species. Okay, all of the chromosome are identical. Okay, example, autopolyploidy plants are strawberries, sugarcanes, and potatoes. Okay, alright. So types of polyploidy, autopolyploidy. Okay, autopolyploidy can be induced by using colchicine. Okay, the function of colchicine is to prevent formation of spindle fiber. Okay, due to the failure of spindle fiber formation, okay, chromosome do not separate and move toward opposite poles during meiosis. Okay, so next one is Aloe Polyploidy. Okay, so for Aloe Polyploidy, a condition in which individual has more than two sets of chromosome, okay, resulting from two different but closely related species interbreed and combine their chromosomes. Okay, so this occur due to hybridization. For example, we have the example of plant is wheat. Okay. Alright, so let's see the production of Aloe Polyploidy plants. Okay, species A cross with species B. Good. Okay, so these are two different species but closely related species. Fertilization occurs produce hybrid AB. Okay, that carries two different sets of chromosome because they derive from different species. Okay, so hybrid AB is sterile because sterile. Okay, so the hybrid produce AB is sterile. Okay, chromosome A is not homologous to chromosome B. Okay, or in other words, chromosome A and B have different shape and size of chromosome. Okay, hybrid AB do not undergo meiosis. Okay, and do not form gametes due to the absence of homologous pair of chromosome. Why? Because they are two different species. Because they are no homologous chromosome because chromosome A and B have different shape and size. Okay, homologous chromosome means they must have same shape and size of chromosome. But in this case, for Aloe Polyploidy, species A and species B are two different species, so they have their own shape and size of chromosome. So species AB produce, hybrid AB produce, okay, but there are no homologous chromosome. when there are no homologous chromosome, hybrid AB cannot undergo meiosis and gamete will not form. Okay. Alright, so as there is no gamete formation, the straw hybrid cannot reproduce sexually. Okay. Alright. So straw hybrid still can undergo asexual reproduction, which is by vegetative propagation. Okay. So look at this picture here. So we have species A, okay, with 2n equals to, okay, 2n is equal to 6 for species A, 2n is equal to 4 for species B. Okay. So when meiosis occur, so the gamete produced is n equal to 3, n is equal to 2. Okay, so these two chromosome, okay, have different size and shape, also in colors. Okay, so here, if these two fertilize, it will produce n. N is equal to 5. Okay, it is not 2n because here and here is two different species. Okay, so they have different chromosomes. So the hybrid form is trihybrid with n is equal to 5, and it can be fertile. Okay, if we want it to be fertile, okay, it must undergo chromosome doubling or doubling of chromosome. Okay, so when 2n double up, it will become 2n is equal to 10. Okay, so here we have 2n is equal to n for fertile hybrid. And when the fertile hybrid has chromosome, diploid number chromosome 2n is equal to 10, then it can undergoes meiosis. So when it undergoes meiosis, it will produce gamete with n is equal to. Okay, sorry, here I have some mistake. Okay, it is not a mistake. I just missed some point here for deletion. Okay, for deletion, when a segment of chromosome is removed or lost, it can cause a syndrome called as Karyotype syndrome. Okay, so you have to remember, for deletion it can cause Karyotype syndrome. Okay, now we have finished 6.1, 6.2 and 6.3, and we have covered all the subtopic for mutation. Okay, but for this lecture videos, okay, we have learned only C1 and C2, but C3 later you are going to, okay, you are going to figure out in tutorial class. Okay, for the last one is questions for 6.3. Okay, so the first one is to state two types of chromosomal mutation. Okay, please try to remember two types of chromosomal mutation, and the second one is state four types of chromosomal mutation. Sorry, chromosomal aberration. So we have four types of aberration. Okay, two types of chromosomal mutation. Okay.